This is me again, Zara.
I would suggest again.
Sorry. The thing is that I can't stop thinking it's like OCD, and my something controlling me. I'm possessed. Times I can't control my expressions. I just want to rest in myself, meditate for the like a little bit. What Sri Ravi Shankarji showed us. I'm not using my mic right now, but I cannot get over the fact that I found such a cunning person here, and I think they want to break my morale. Already something like that. Like, if you're honest, I think I did catch him in this. If you're honest, and let's say if you maybe peer pressure, you're with Christians, you want to show that in every way the Muslims are wrong, but in a very cunning way. What happened recently is you could, like in a very honest way, you can show that, okay, Muslims, like all the Quran ayats, they may be wrong. One Quran ayat, okay, I'm wrong, I made a mistake. I don't know how to say this, like, but maybe you should see this, right? It's like, sister, you should see this, that here I don't think the Muslims are wrong, because, so first, because I'll tell you why. Because he meant taking me to this ayat in Surah Araf 188. Look at this. He said, I want to show you where there's a mistake in Surah Azab about Z, or maybe you are mistaken about the Muhammad, since he hid, so you were saying that he's not a good, what? Marriage counselor. Now, I've done live streams, he was there, called Hofer. So since if the Shia and both Sunni side, tafsirs and everything, the ayat also, first of all, taking the ayat, failed in explaining the second ayat, where God gave Prophet Muhammad Zainab, right, after the divorce with Zaid. So where everything I've explained, and he was there, very cunning man, yet they don't give up. But if you can be honest, you can say, no, sister, okay, everything you're right about. But he came as a Christian, sneaky, cunning, to tell me that you should look at this side, this part, while you concealed within yourself, which Allah is to disclose. Allah, Allah didn't disclose to him, he meant, not to the people. And then he's going about that he can't find this word there also, and very slow. Oh, it's like amazing work with such a dexterity, stamina. So even I could have said, yes, it's right that I'm also wrong about this, right? This part of the verse. So you take Surah Araf, and then he's appealing to my Shia side, right? Like, give it a last try. Like maybe you will come back to Shia side. The unseen. No, this translation isn't right. read the proper words and you'll see. They've also studied my thoughts and all this, and my way, right? And my English. So look at it here. And they're also, I think, have been following me around on social media where I give my comments at Bob the Speaker's Corner, with his discussion with Booba that night, right? And steering me is very clever. Like I would then speak against Westerners. Very cleverly, oh my goodness. In the end, the way they threatened me, say not I have power for myself, but a benefit to the power of harm, it said. Sorry, I can't tell about it. But, and so this is for the record for myself also, and for those. So I don't trust anyone in this world. My goodness. This is amazing work by Ex-Shia, I think. Or what could they be using? Shia. This is amazing cunning work. Unseen. So God does not reveal but what is revealed. He doesn't know, he doesn't have knowledge of the unseen. It's like Colt Hofer was there in my streams where I said Shias have also lost in this. I challenged the Shias also, right? I said, come Shias, I challenge you, right? So Colt Hofer came, behind him a Shia, because you see, he doesn't give. This is amazing cunning work. Alright, this is too good. Like, dishonesty. Not, if he had like, okay, sister, but aren't the Muslims right about this? Because until God reveals to him, so where's the revelation? Until God sends a revelation to him, I have no power to harm. So they want to keep on the last straw, like keep the Shias, Sunnis, all these Muslims, until, wait a minute, say, I hold not for myself the power of benefit or harm, except what Allah has willed. And if I knew the unseen, I could have acquired much wealth, and no harm would have touched me. Okay, it doesn't say Allah has revealed here anything about revelation, but there he kept saying like, it's, that it was disclosed, it wasn't disclosed to him until Allah revealed it. Right here. Surah Azab verse 37. So I caught this Colt Hofers in like, what his intention was to show me, and his words were there. Comments in the comment section. Unbelievable. They're not going to. Some Shias even will not be leaving this religion. They want to hold on to that last straw, like Salahuddin said. Why don't you look at the good ayats? Why are you concentrating on the bad ayats? Or why this is not a contradiction? You look at the tafsir then. This is not this is metaphorical. Like that. Now I can speak. I'll be speaking about this, Hide. So he got me really like, like Moulin Rouge. Like I got shaken up and then I went to, volatile. Because he came dishonestly and I caught him. What Colt Hofer wanted to show me, but it's not right, is that the prophet, it doesn't mean that the prophet hid in himself. Like the Shia, if you take the Shia way, although the Shia religious scholar, Quranic tafsir doesn't address this part, that he hid in himself what Allah was to reveal. He concealed that but I caught him and I corrected him. And then, even then, he was saying that by the Shia you don't allow, but it was like, it's not you who do it. It was like very indirect. He couldn't come straight at me and tell me that you are not allowing, that you don't allow the Shia tafsir. You don't allow, how can, and then he goes about the Sunni thing. Like, you won't listen to the Shias. You're just not allowing the Shias to. So that one sentence, very smartly, cleverly put. Amazing Shia work, really. Cunning. Like the Prophet and the Satan Allah he's made, and the Prophet. Amazing intellect, right? They won't leave. If he had come honestly, like I have been saying, please come honestly, right? So, oh my God, it's amazing. So in this, sorry, interference is there. I have some symptoms, schizoid. Oh my God, I can't rest. So my back is hurting, everything. Let me see. Oh God. I wonder if I'm going to go down now after this. It's maybe take some time. That's what they want, that I did. They want to discourage me in this amazing thing. I don't know how does she. Oh, in the Christian name, he wanted to say how the Shia say that Prophet Muhammad hasn't sinned. When Allah says you are forgiven, so how the Shias take it. So, but if you look word by word, right, even the Shias fail in this. But how they take it is a different matter now. If they take this, but you concealed within yourself what Allah was to disclose. So Colt Hofer said was what Allah was to reveal to him. So it was still hidden to him. He knows, Prophet Muhammad knows, but he took that, what I recently heard, they're watching me, what I recently heard from Speaker's Corner. Sorry, I can't go to his, maybe I have copyrights and infringement, I do. Bob from Speaker's Corner. But the Muslim did say that some of you Christians like con. So it was like Bob said condescending, and then also, no, cunning. So Booba also told Bob of Speaker's Corner that you can be cunning, not condescending. Right? So both the words are kind of sometimes like Christians could be condescending towards Muslims. And the condescending came and the cunning came. Now, there was something Bob the speaker said, that Jesus knows everything, but like you forget, it's analogous, and you forget some things that Jesus Christ doesn't remember, or something that Jesus Christ like he doesn't know all things like God knows all things, right? All knowing from the Quran, all knowing, but from the Bible, I don't know which verse they came to. So I think someone's following me, and also they're still continuing reading my mind, or maybe here there's something, or that is like a camera hidden in up in the AC area, where when I didn't have my headphones on because I have it hurts my ears a long time. I can't keep headphones on. So where's oh my God, I haven't even put the mic on. So Jesus Christ, this. So they planned this to bring me here, come here and address this, like comparing it to what Bob said. So learning from Bob what Bob said. Yeah, I, so before they've really got me here, beaten, battered, feeling assaulted completely, like I won't be able to get up. Well, of course, it's very difficult to get up. I'm sitting down. Can't even sit on the chair, actually. So very good about their religion, Muslims. Of course, they're going to kill me like this. They want to kill me. If they can't get me, confinement is in Shia Islam. Oh my goodness. So God hadn't disclosed to him, but he knew. Right? Prophet Muhammad knew something. If you knew something and it was concealed, so he wants to tell me that as a Shia, it's concealed in him. So, right, he has knowledge inside, but it's not revealed to him. It's concealed in him. So they want to use the biblical way to tell you now that they learned it from that discussion with Booba and Bob of Speaker's Corner lately that I went to. Now they want to turn apply that Jesus knew some things. Yes, Jesus is Bob this in Speaker's Corner was like, Jesus is equal to his father, God. But then it's not that he doesn't know everything, but that some things may be concealed. and not like you forget, and like Adam forgot. Very clever, Shia. I miss my mother. My mother, in the end, we started to call Devi. And today here I was calling Devi. Sarah, Auntie Devi, help me. Kalki. I don't know if Kalki can help me. Because there are many Indians here. They're going to. So, ooh, I can, like, I can take like abusing each other and all this, but I can't take the sophisticated. I think it's better to abuse each other and threaten each other like you're out in the open. A rapist would never threaten you. If so, you're crippled. And even the UAE would not allow me to, like, I'm confined. They've told the taxi drivers not to act or stop for me. You know what I mean? Saima P, when she told me go and bang down or bang on Mrs. Munira Gulzar's house when I'm now in Dubai, how could I do that, right? It's not like I'm always that, the image that she has of me of the past. What I did at bang on their door, I said, I'll bang down your door. Since then, the UAE, here, Dubai, police and all this. And of course, they very, very clever. It's very, very cleverly done. I get heavy, and like if I go out, I feel like dizzying. I don't get my bearings here. There was an accident, my mother, a long time ago also. So that I was like feeling really like I can't sit in the car here. I'm having psychological like with us and all. I couldn't call my brother to take me to Saima Pier, where to. Of course, I don't have a driver, right? But if it was Karachi, and she had said this now at this time when I was not well, I would have gone and banged down her door, her parents' house. So can they, in Karachi, right? It's lawlessness, right? I don't care if I go to jail or something. But here, this is Dubai. This is not my mother's, our Karachi, which is really wasn't ours. It was Punjabis and Mahajirs and all. It wasn't anymore Khojas in this Karachi. So then I realized this is, I'm not like, this is, I'm like, they give Canadian. And Arabic speaking and Canadian passport, a lot of value. So this, they wouldn't. on him. Allah, but concealed within yourself. But you concealed within yourself. You see, he knows I know the tafsir of this. I thought he was going to tell me about Zaid, and so Allah was wrong to give the wife here somewhere. But he started here. And I already have learned something. And they made sure that I bring that out here. And they know that I have gone there. Or they have followed me. Somehow I have on social media, YouTube, or they control. There's some, surveillance like. They're following me on social media, YouTube, which channel I go to. Amazing to see. It's sickening to see, disgusting in itself. They can be so clever that they can make a person rapist. That's what I can say. Beware, you wouldn't even know what hit you. So here he was trying to, I have no words. My mother was not like this, very cunning. Or maybe they've lived here and learned the cunningness. This is really cunning. So he didn't know, like Prophet, it wasn't disclosed to him. Amazing work, Shias. Although I know there are even Westerners having a Saddam Hussein killed, and the Westerners don't like now the eyes, all that. But Shias, I think they helped the Shias when they killed Saddam Hussein. Oh, so amazing cunning work from the Shias. I've explained everything about these where Shias have failed. Forget the Sunnis. But this man, a Shia, it's amazing intellect, satanic intellect. That you know how the Shia say, amazing, that Prophet, if God says, ask forgiveness for your sins and for the belief, even if there's an and for the believing women and believing men, they have their own interpretation of the Quran, how to take it, right? How to interpret the Quran verse. That no, he's not a sinner. End of this. And then they will say no. Our interpretation of the expertise, Quran ayat, Shias would say is, it's not that he hid in himself. It's that it was hidden in himself. And he yet didn't know it. And so God, when it says here, Allah was to disclose to no one other, only to Prophet Muhammad. You see this? So all that work, like they're trying to correct me here, but all that work before, prior to that, it won't work because the Shias have a different interpretation of the Quran, ayats, and the words. So it wasn't like Prophet Muhammad was dishonest, hiding something in himself. What hiding in himself means, the Shias now would say, is hiding in himself means that he wasn't actually hiding in himself, he just didn't have knowledge. He knew, but it wasn't opened up to him. Zahra, I have to talk to myself, sorry. I have no one. The rich, they have it all. They have these, the Shias. Uh, there's a very, like, I think I heard Alwan family Shia, Sajwani family Shia here in the UAE. So they're very rich. So this, they will say, is that their interpretation is that this Quran Arabic doesn't mean that Prophet Muhammad hid. It means it was concealed in him. What Allah was to disclose to him. And the Ibn Abbas tafsir, the Shias, whether they believe in or not, so a person is like needs some rest, or no, they just care about their religion. God knows this is Ex-Shia. Ibn Abbas, commonly known as Ibn Abbas, was the cousin of the Prophet and Imam Ali, and one of the companions of the Prophet. Imam Ali, Imam al-Hassan, and Imam al-Hussein. Although Ibn Abbas believed that Imam Ali was the rightful caliph after the Prophet, he cooperated with the three caliphs. He was in Imam Ali's army during the Battle of Jamal, Siffin, and Narawan. He was appointed as the governor of Basra by Imam Ali. After Imam Ali's martyrdom, he supported Imam al-Hassan, and in Imam al-Hassan's funeral, many hadiths have been narrated from him in both Shia and Sunni sources. An exegesis of Quran attributed to him has been published many times. He's the ancestor of the Abbasid caliphs. According to some historical accounts, in the last days of Imam Ali's caliphate, he was accused of stealing from treasury, Bayt al-Mal. So you see, I think not all, if Ibn Abbas it comes from, I don't know what will the Shias accept us? But Ibn Abbas was the most famous commentator of the Quran in the 1st and 7th century. Lots of hadiths have been narrated from him, in exegesis of the Quran and Hadith collections. It has been narrated in some Hadiths that the Prophet prayed for him and asked God to give him knowledge of interpretation of the Quran. His Hadiths and opinions are also very important in jurisprudence and Hadith studies. Ali was his most famous son. I don't know. Narration according to Al-Dhahabi. I don't know what this. So, what this cult of Shia was doing in disguise. I mean, a Shia in disguise as a Christian. So this is, I don't know about this Ibn Abbas thing. I don't know, but here, I think here he was. I think I caught Hofer. I need more. Oh my God. So what knowledge, huh? Called Hofer. So it's okay but you concealed within yourself what Allah was to reveal to you. He wanted to say, and he said it, yani to Prophet Muhammad, not to the people. So although we are told that nowhere it is written in the Quran ayat, he says that this was, because how did he start first? Like, when was this Quran ayat revealed? No, what was before? Before or after? What? Amazing, like he asked me, right? To discredit that I know nothing about the Quran. You know nothing about the Shia interpretation of the Quran. You know nothing about Ibn Abbas and his tafsirs. How many tafsirs the Shias accept? Wanting to discredit me about this. Right? Like about this part here. My goodness, to keep yourself, your wife, fear Allah, but it's not that Allah concealed within yourself, but that you, but I don't know what the Shias will say about this. So he has to take me to the tafsir of Ibn Abbas on this, because the Shias accept this. And Ibn Abbas is going to explain this verse. Amazing, like Shia. Okay, so Shias have their own interpretation, right? Because Salahuddin when saying that Iranis, and then I said Iraqi Arabs, and all this amazing work. Tafsir Ibn Kathir, Tafsir Ibn Abbas. Oh. So my uncle has all these books, which you can't find everything on Google search. So he may have the Tafsir Ibn Abbas, which says about this ayat in Surah Azab, verse 37, and their ulamas have this. You see, they are rich, they can afford this. And remember when you said, Allah rebukes to his messenger. Allah's rebuke. You know what rebuke means? And you have done a favor. Allah rebukes the Prophet. Allah rebukes. Allah's rebuke to his messenger. It's a warning. It's like rebuking someone, but I don't know. Even this, the Shias can change and say it doesn't mean actually rebuking, expressing sharp disapproval or criticism, right? This is what the Sunnis have. So the Shias are involved in saying, Shias don't recognize that Allah ever rebuked his messenger. No, I'm not going to give in to your lies and your deception and your way of interpreting the Quran to fit your purpose and to protect your Prophet. I've seen you Shias lie, right? I've seen the Shias lie. I've read. On one hand, you say that on this, let's see this one. It, I don't know. Then it is you and your Imam Ali way. And Ibn Abbas, because Ibn Abbas was a relative. They all had an interest in Islam. Got spoils of war. First, before anyone else. The others. It is, so it's futile with these religious scholars and Quran experts. Shias especially. They will fit the Arabic to their purpose, even the Quran Arabic. It is unforgivable. Sin to associate or call on anyone other than Allah. Partners with Allah. I don't think the floor is under my feet anymore. It is stated that the Quran forgives. Surah Nisa 48. Oh my God, such a sly person. A Shia would not leave this religion. Oh my God, using a Christian, maybe their friend. Very sly person. Ooh. This is another Muhammad's Al. Sayyid, we must remember, right? Where is my person? Oh, this is not my style. This is like my father's eldest brother. Or who's? Yeah, from my father's family. See some expressions coming? Like I'm controlled. And I don't want to, like, abuse anyone or anything. I, and sometimes my expression, like, please, I don't want to express myself this way. Oh, बदनाम क्यों कर रहे हो मुझे? Like, embarrassed क्यों कर रहे हो? Ashamed. This is not my expression. I feel like half possessed. It's not a full possession. It's like in possession you have steps. I learned. It's like infiltration from the spirit, where you don't realize it's a very subtle possession. It's like they're getting in your mind or psyche, so that I'm not fully possessed. Thank God, otherwise I would have lost my, at times, yeah. When you're fully possessed, you lose your conscious, and they take over the jinns and spirits. 48, Surin is 48. Oh, I hate lies, dishonesty. My limit has come. Oh, I forgot to put this off. There's no friend of mine. Oh my God, there's someone behind me. 48. Oh my goodness. I think they send a jinn to me, making me feel that this is the principle, but it's not the principle. The verse makes clear the indescribable enormity of the sin of polytheism. The most loathsome hearsay is sheer giving to Allah partner. The exposition of the existence of Allah should be set forth in such a way as always to emphasize His absolute unity, giving currency to an innovation, a sense of alteration and deviation, and praising those who follow it, and condemning those who oppose it, in the starting point of shirk, in the opinion of Imam Jafar bin Muhammad al-Sadiq, according to Umadatul Bayan, Sayyid by Sayyid Amr Ali. Call on Prophet. Call on Prophet, not Allah. I thought, yes, you come here. Call on the messenger. Do not hold the messengers calling you among to be like. Surely you who disbelieve will be like them. Allah chooses His messenger. What do you say? Shias call upon Him as Allah or call upon Him as Al-Rahman? This is just like Allah is addressing the Prophet. Of course, your Prophet lied, and you are following the liar. So, of course, you can change the words of the Quran ayats to your own liking, to Prophet defending the Prophet. You got, I mean, yes, it's right for your Prophet to break houses. Call on Prophet and Allah. Any Arab Shia come. I not know your Arabic. Shia, your interpretation. Call upon him. Say to them, O Prophet, call upon him. It's Allah or call upon him. Allah choose. Now they're not giving me this. I tell you, even the Western people are Google search, really. It is for the Shias. There was it's Aka Medipuya or M.A. Ali commentary, Shia commentary. I saw. It says, do not call upon prophets worshipping or worship, do not worship prophets. I can't. Doesn't this Shia website is like it's not like we can search for this thing, huh? This is sick. Disorganized people. Where's the commentary section where we can search the commentary? They don't give this. Terrorists. Following blood. You have killed people. You have enjoyed bloodsuckers of lives that you have taken. Salafi or Shia. I mean, so if you're going to guide me to how I should take the Quran ayats through the Shia, then I can show you, but I can't get to the commentaries. Where on one hand, the Shia say something, and on the other hand, they say something else. In their commentaries, I've seen. Why are they worshipping Prophet Muhammad? Sit down, people. You kill. You don't care about people's health. At least if you are normal, you don't care. You can never save the world. You can impose your religion on others, shove it down their throats, and say, read these Quran ayats like we Shias want you to read. Interpret them like we Shias, like Muhammad and Ali and Ibn Abbas interpreted it. Well, from Ibn Abbas was the one Abbaside came. They went against Prophet, they went against the Imam Mahdi. Abbaside, Imam Ali Raza. They went against Imam Musa Jafar, Harun Rashid, Mamun Rashid. If you're telling me that I don't allow this thing to go and read it, but don't tell me to read it your way, Shia way, interpret the Quran ayats, because your Satan Muhammad and your Satan Ali and Hussein and Hassan and all this told you to read it like this, or Ibn Abbas told you to read it like this, well, finally the Abbasites turned against the Imams, Ahlul Bayt Imam. You look at their progenies, they went, Ibn Abbas's progeny went against this Musa Kazim and Ali Raza. Goodness, shoving in people. If they leave your religion, Shias. As it is. Well, Shias, no, don't get to their ego. If you're going to come here and say, look, I've through the Quran ayats. So you're telling me to not depart, see the Shia, but I can see discrepancies in the Shia Quran translations and commentaries. How can I take from Ali? I have to even seep through. This is what I was telling my aunt from the very beginning. I'm sorry. I read Allama Majlisi. It's okay, it's not a Shia whatever, but it has some history. I have to. How can we go through books? If you want to go through books by books by books by books, just, go through it. But if my God gives me a shortcut and I can see this as a false prophet, no, we are not falsely accusing the prophet Khamenei of Iran. There are enemies of Islam that are falsely accusing Prophet Muhammad. I'm not. I'm not an enemy of Islam. I wasn't. There are some people who just don't want to go to war all the time for religion. Religion should not be a cause of war. It should be a personal matter. Cooperate. When you're out with humanity, you're out with humanity. That even a spiritual person can tell you. So you can keep your religion, but don't shove it in people's and say that war is this thing. And finding them wherever you find them. I'm not going like this, war. I'm not going to read Shia type, and you're blaming me that I'm not permitting. Now, how will the Shias take this? From Muhammad, right? From the closest, Ali. How is the chain of narration? They've already decided, the Shias, that Muhammad is a true prophet. And Ali is the true Imam. And you have to take our interpretation of the Quran. You can't depart from that. And you are the one gaslighting me. You are the one not allowing us, not allowing me to read the Shia from the Shia way or get the Shia sources. So if you want to blame me like this, you stay away. Right? You stay away from me. Shias. Then but if you are going to say that we will confine you, and be stern with me, why should I take your interpretation? I don't believe in this prophet. So you think that Muhammad and his followers, bloody hell, I mean, this is crazy stuff. That we should read the Quran according to Muhammad, Ali, Ibn Abbas, take their tafsirs and how the Shias take it. So you take the Shia, how the Shias take it, and leave me alone. Okay? If your emotional security is I would kill myself. I don't want to live in this Shia jinns and Shia collective consciousness. Shias are very, very, very stubborn people, I tell you. Very cunning. Very stubborn people. Satanic. In their own way. No, I'm not going to take your interpretation. So there is this hadith from your Hassan Askari, Imam Hassan Askari, that this a Christian has a bone of, that's why his prayer is coming true. Bone. Now will you take this hadith? Imam Hassan Askari says Christian has a bone of Muhammad. I didn't want to go to any Shia. I'm very, very, very Sayyid Muhammad Raza Shabbar. Uh, born in. Okay, where's that thing? Oh, the Christian priest came to rescue. He lifted his hands in prayer, and rain fell. The caliph became concerned lest for this reason people would forsake Islam. So, what Hassan Ali Askari said was he has a bone. Can find it there. Oh. You want to take this ridiculous thing, you take it. I have to go here. Oh my God, what is this? You see, you are so rude. Like against his uncle, Mehdi shook his mantle and told him, "Set aside, uncle. Only an imam can lead the funeral prayer of an imam." You don't have respect for your uncle. His uncle Jafar stepped aside, right? And this 5-year-old lead the prayers. What manners are you teaching? The Caliph al-Mutamid himself attended the funeral. My goodness. Wine drinker is an idolater. Oh my goodness. So against idol worshippers, wine drinker is an idolater. And this is the way you make, you can't, okay. An idol worshipper is something else, and a wine drinker is someone else. But don't put the wine drinker, don't give a bad name to the idol worshippers. Oh. Now tell me, how should I read this? Secret love, I kept the secret. Love found place in my heart. Love stories are good. Anyways, this is a waste of time on this. Bloody hell. Rainwater and guidance. When drought befell Samara, the ruler Mutamid ordered the people to perform a special prayer to ask God for rain. For 3 days the Muslims prayed, but no rain came down. On the fourth day, a group of monks, devoted to a different religious tradition, stood outside with the people, raised their hands to the sky, and rainwater came pouring. After seeing this amazing feat, some Muslims started to have doubts about their faith. Fearing a rift among his subjects, Mutamid sought refuge in Hassan al-Askari's guidance. Al-Askari was brought from prison. Mutamid said, "Come save the nation of your grandfather." The monks appeared. How you could read this now? The monks appeared the following day and raised their hands. The sky immediately became cloudy and it started to rain. Imam al-Askari then told some of those present to grab onto the hand of a particular monk and to remove what the monk was holding. How you get the black bone? It became clear that the monk had been holding onto a black bone. What a black bone? My goodness, some say that this black bone belonged. What black bone? It was a bone. Yeah, here it is. It was a bone from one of the prophets of God. Acha, it wasn't from Prophet Muhammad. And one of those monks was able to obtain it from some of their graves. Never is the bone of a prophet revealed underneath the sky without it pouring with rain. Explaining, following the incident, Al-Askari was released from prison. Yusuf, you will say, glad tidings. Wallah, 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 wallah. Marhaba, marhaba. You know Arabic, you know the interpretation of the Quran ayat, you know how to translate. Very, very good.